Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, how Pokemon almost could have been very different.
Also, this Office spinoff impressively missed 100% of the shots it tried to take.
All that and more on the way next. Yesterday, we got our first look at the new spinoff of The Office, The Paper. The trailer is out now. If you've seen it, let us know your thoughts at 877-2-RADIO-U. Allie, what did you think?
I gotta be honest, I didn't laugh one time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
It doesn't look good at all.
I want to have good things to say about it, but because wouldn't we be happy if like a show came back and it was basically The Office and it was just as good? That'd be a great thing.
That would be a great thing, but I think as we pointed out when this show was first announced, you can't force that type of success and that type of comedy. Mm-hmm. It just has to happen organically. And this feels very forced to me. When I watch it, it feels like something that, people would make when they're attempting to make an Office ripoff.
Right.
And so it's the jokes and the camera actions and all of that stuff. It's trying too hard to be like The Office.
It definitely felt like somebody that had watched The Office and was like, we should make a show like that.
Exactly.
But not, and which is surprising because although the cast is almost all new and different from the original Office except Oscar's in it, a lot of the behind the scenes people are the same. And so you would think that there'd be some through line, but there really is not. If this was a trailer for a show that had no connection to The Office, it would be, nobody would care. Nobody would ever, just based off of the trailer anyways.
Yeah.
So it could just be that it's a bad trailer, but I'm concerned that that's not the case and that it's just not going to be good.
Well, I'm just thinking to myself as I'm watching, I'm like, if this is the highlights that they're trying to reel me in with, then what are the parts that are not as funny that they didn't think to include?
Yeah.
So I'm like, if this 2-minute trailer for your show can't even get me to laugh, your show's not going to get me to laugh.
Here's an example of them trying too hard, too. The star of the show, the Michael Scott type role, is played by Domhnall Gleeson. Did you see his name of his character?
No.
It's Ned Sampson.
Oh, my goodness.
If you're naming anybody Ned, you're trying too hard. That's not a real name that exists.
Yeah, no one's named Ned now. No one.
You've already lost all credibility with me.
Yeah.
Not in a show that's supposed to be like a realistic, like the whole thing about The Office and now The Paper is it's like a realistic, like when you're first watching, you're like, wait, is this real or is this a TV show? And at the moment you have somebody named Ned, you've lost all suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, we're like, okay, no, his name should be Josh, obviously, with how old he is supposed to be. Mm. So, no, it's crazy and not very well done in my opinion. And this is what I was worried about with it. I just thought the writing, there's no way they could recapture the magic.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, you'd think even if it's not as good as The Office, that they could have made it like a little funny. And I'm with you.
Decently funny.
I did not laugh one time.
Not once. In fact, I actually rolled my eyes more.
Yes,
I was just like, ugh, get out of here.
The self-defecating thing.
Yeah, that was just so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like trying so hard. I was like, none of the jokes in The Office were trying that hard.
I was like,
they were jokes because it was like the person who was saying them didn't realize how funny it was. They weren't, trying to make a joke.
When they gave Sabrina Impetiator the line to say, don't be so self-defecating, she should have said, no, I will not say that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's not funny.
She should have shot that down.
She should have. Somebody should have said no to that.
Yep.
What if we lived in a world where they made Pokemon sexy?
Oh, no.
877-2-RADIO-U. Sounds insane, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
But apparently, we almost lived in that world. There's a multiverse where the only thing that's different is Pokemon are sexy, and that we very nearly, our timeline almost lined up with that.
We narrowly escaped.
This was revealed, and this is something that apparently has been talked about for a while, but this has been confirmed. Dates back to an interview with the Pokemon Company's CEO, Tsunekazu Ishihara. This interview was done 25 years ago.
Whoa.
But it is in Japanese.
Okay.
And so there was like some rumors that people had never really like confirmed and dealt with completely. But his comments that he made in this interview kind of spawned the suggestion that like they almost gave Pikachu big breasts. And that's literally what he says in the interview. Obviously, it's in Japanese, but translated to English, this is what he said.
Oh, boy.
This is a quote from the Pokemon Company CEO. He said, "When I first showed Pokemon to them, Nintendo, they told me it was too cute. The staff at Nintendo of America then suggested their own designs for the characters. I won't show those illustrations to anyone as long as I live, thank goodness. But they kind of looked like characters from the Cats musical."
What?
So, for example, Pikachu was changed into a character shaped like a kind of tabby cat with huge breasts. That's almost what they made Pokemon look like.
Oh, honestly, the cats from Cats the musical are a little bit scary.
Yeah. There's a reason that movie was, that the movie that was made was roundly criticized.
The movie is terrible.
Yeah.
But even from the actual Broadway musical, the cats
horrible.
are scary.
Yeah. Now, there is some clarification because this is part of why this was never really confirmed, because there was a debate because of the word that is used in Japanese for breasts also could have meant like big muscly pecs.
Okay.
But then the interviewer follows up by saying, "You mean like those girls who do Pikachu cosplays at anime conventions?"
That was already happening 25 years ago?
Yeah, in Japan, I guess so.
No.
And the CEO of Nintendo said, or of Pokemon Company said, "Yes, exactly."
Oh, so
That
confirmed.
is what they were thinking of.
Wow.
And I guess, fortunately, they decided against that.
Are we shocked, though? Nintendo of America wanted to do this?
They thought that somebody, anyways, thought that would specifically, a sexy Pikachu would specifically appeal to an American audience.
And they had
more so than what they had done in Japan.
Right. And they had sketches of this. Somebody thought this up and drew it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is insane.
I never want to see that. So thank you, Ishihara, for never showing that to anybody. Please, whoever made those, destroy them.
Imagine how the world would be different.
Oh, so different.
Yeah.
Thank goodness this didn't happen.
Yeah. We're opening up the RadioU hotline.
877-2-RADIO-U.
Some might say we're being negative today, but I just think it's therapy right now.
We're just venting.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be therapeutic for all of us, but there's been a debate going around on Twitter for the last few days. The worst song ever made.
Oh, no.
And so we want to know, what is the worst song you can think of right now? 877-2-RADIO-U. I think some kind of guidelines to this. This has to be like a song that you could accidentally hear. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like anybody we could look up on YouTube and like search out like worst song and like find some song that nobody's hardly heard because it never. But like, what's the song that radio stations and like grocery stores are actually like, people need to hear this, and so they played it, and you couldn't escape it.
Oh man, that really does open it up for me.
There's there's a long list of them.
There's a lot of options here. The first one coming to mind for me was a YouTube song, but it also did have some commercial appeal.
Okay.
And that was It's Everyday Bro, the Jake Paul song.
Oh,
I hate those. Either Jake Paul or Logan Paul, one of them did it, but
can you sing a few bars?
it was like, it's everyday, bro, or something like that. Like, it was bad. It was
That
so
sounds horrible.
bad. It was like rap, but not good.
I think any non-singer or, like non-actual musical artist making a song is disqualified.
Okay.
And so I would say the Paul brothers do not, like, they're wrestlers and YouTubers.
That disqualifies
So
my
they're
other one,
disqualified.
too.
What's your
because
other one?
The other one I was thinking of was like the really bad Charlie D'Amelio song, She was like the TikTok star or whatever.
Yeah.
Or was it Dixie? I can't remember. One of the sisters did several songs,
Okay.
and all of them were pretty bad. But I can't remember. There's one of them that, let me see if I can find it, because it had like lyrics that were so dumb that I was like, this can't be right.
Tom has texted in at 8772 Radio U. We're talking the worst song you've ever heard. Tom says, "Call Me Maybe."
Okay.
That's so, I mean, I don't like it, but it is kind of iconic.
I think "Call Me Maybe" has some decent appeal to it, as far as like I was just recently at a wedding, and we definitely got down to that song.
Yeah, it has some kind of charm to it.
It does.
But when it first came out though, hated it.
It was probably pretty annoying because it was so big that everyone was playing it.
Yeah,
it was overplayed
wild.
in whatever year that was, 2013, you know?
And maybe I have a little bit of a soft spot for Carly Rae Jepsen too, because I think she's Canadian, and she definitely teamed up with Owl City.
Yes,
and so
she did. Which
if she's okay with Owl City.
I like her song with Owl City more than the "Call Me Maybe," but I can't deny it. I've gotten down to that song before. I can't deny it.
Okay, what about this one? Eric texted in 8772 Radio U. Worst song he's ever heard. Old Town Road. Absolute trash. Hurts my ears every time I hear it.
I actually like Old Town Road.
No, that song is straight up garbage. Come on.
I like the one with Billy Ray Cyrus.
No, it is not. It's not good.
Got the horses in the back.
Susanna is firing shots at Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
She says, once upon a time, I thought I would like her until I realized every one of her songs is the worst song ever. But special shout out to Please, Please, Please. She says she doesn't even use the word please anymore because the song will get it stuck in my head.
Oh, no. Oh, no. There's some Sabrina songs I actually do like, but definitely a few that I would consider on the more annoying end as well.
8772 Radio U. This is an exhaustive list of all of the worst songs ever made. We want to know which one you can think of to add to the list. We have the Radio U hotline open.
8772 Radio U.
And we are talking about the worst songs you've ever heard. The qualification, the guideline is it has to be a song that you could have heard on the radio or at like a gas station or something like that. It can't be like some random person on TikTok or, YouTube that made a song, because they could suck at music.
Yeah, that's true.
Songs that are on the radio, at least the people are supposed to be good at music.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
It's their job. It's actually their job. So we heard from Chris, who says, and he's coming after one of the greats. Chris says, "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that song.
I'm going to be honest, not one of my favorites.
I mean, I think at this point it's become a Christmas classic for me.
The original version anyway is definitely never going to make it onto my Christmas playlist.
Really?
Yeah, but I also, it doesn't like bother me when it comes on at Christmas time.
Okay.
But another Christmas song, and I hate that Jeff said this. Jeff says at Christmas some stations play Dominic the Donkey and he can't stand it.
What?
Get out of here, Jeff. That is a classic. I love Dominic the Donkey.
I love Dominic the Donkey, and I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I hate that one, though.
I love all the weird Christmas songs.
I do. I like the weird Christmas songs, but the hippopotamus for Christmas still bothers me.
Okay.
William says, Cotton Eye Joe and What Does the Fox Say?
Oh, What Does the Fox Say can get really annoying.
Yeah. I'm with it on that, but that's more of a YouTube thing.
Yeah, that was a YouTube viral song.
I feel like we can't judge that as harshly, but it is annoying.
It is annoying. But Cotton Eye Joe, again, it may not be one that you're going to turn on just for you to listen to, but at a wedding, you're getting down.
That's right. Or at like a baseball game or something.
Yes, there are just some songs that work for the crowds.
Yeah.
And Cotton Eye Joe is one of them.
Stephanie says, I'm going back into the vault for the worst song ever. American Pie by Don McLean is nearly 9 minutes long, but it seems longer than that. Have a great day.
Oh, I mean, I will admit that song goes on for way too long.
Is that the radio? Is there a different version for the radio that's like normal length?
Maybe, because I didn't think it was that long. But it does. When you listen to it, you're like, okay, once we've made it through the first verse and the first chorus, I'm good. I don't need to listen to probably any more of it.
Yeah.
But that first verse is so good. And I'll tell you a great example of when it was used in film that I really liked.
I wonder if it's the same thing I was about to mention.
The Black Widow movie.
Oh, no, I've never seen that. But if we didn't have American Pie song, we wouldn't have the scene of Michael and Dwight at the cemetery.
Yes!
The chair lady. That is, I think about that so often. I honestly do.
That's so true.
Nobody has said the one that has been posted out. Like, this has got a lot of traction because this is a debate, the worst song ever made, that's been going on Twitter recently. And the song that somebody pointed out on there and got a lot of traction with, and I totally agree with this, is the song Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. It's the song that's like, I hate this. Hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Ain't nothing please me more than you.
Okay, yeah.
You know that one?
I've heard that. That is an annoying song.
It's an annoying song.
Absolutely annoying. There's definitely some ones that I find annoying. If I'm going back into the vault like Stephanie, I'm thinking of the Crimson and Clover song, like Crimson and Clover.
Oh, yeah, you don't like that.
Like that one just gets annoying to me. Just like the way that they manipulated the vocal, it sounds really frustrating to me. And then another one, and I think we talked about this off the air too, Cruise by Florida Georgia Line.
Any Florida Georgia
bad.
Line. Yeah.
So bad. I'm sorry if you are an FGL fan. I am not.
It almost, that even if you don't like country, that's like an insult to country music.
It's an insult to country music.
Yeah.
I think that era of country just is so bad.
Yeah. Suzanne also said the Happy song by Pharrell.
That was definitely overplayed.
Yeah. But another one that like if that comes on at a wedding, people are dancing.
I don't know if I'd dance to that one, I gotta be honest.
All right. The rest of the show, we're going to be happy. We're going to be positive. Good things. We got it all out.
Yeah, we got the venting done.
It's good stuff the rest of the show. Get your popcorn ready. It's our Friday tradition, the weekend watch list on Radio U, letting you know which movies are new that you could be watching in theaters and at home this weekend. We'll start with Freakier Friday, starring Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. 2 decades after an identity crisis, Anna's blended family forces new challenges. Tess and Anna discover their past may be repeating with the next generation.
Uh-oh.
Freakier Friday now in theaters. It has a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Solid.
Amy Nicholson says, the old crank in me wish I laughed harder than I did. But she still gave it still was considered a positive review.
Okay.
Oddly enough.
Okay.
Maybe that's why the review scores always seem so high.
You know, I was wondering the same thing because I was doing the weekend watch list last week because you were out on vacation. And I was like, a lot of these seem negative, but yet it's a positive review.
Maybe Rotten Tomatoes just not tracking it properly.
They're messed up somehow.
So that's out in theaters. Freakier Friday. Let us know if you see it at 8772 Radio U. I did just rewatch, I mentioned this on Monday, the original Freaky Friday, or the first Freaky Friday.
With Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Watchable.
A decent time.
It seems like, looking through more of the reviews, that's what this is. Like,
okay.
If you like the first one, this is just equally as watchable. You're probably not going to be disappointed, but also you're not going to be wowed.
Yeah.
Also, new in theaters this weekend, Weapons, starring Josh Brolin. When all but one child from the same classroom mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance.
Wow. Yeah, this one actually looks like it could be the dark horse horror movie of the year.
Yeah, it's getting very good reviews, I'll tell you that. It has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. And Katie Walsh of the Tribune News Service says, with Weapons, director Zach Krieger establishes himself as the foremost purveyor of wicked and witchy contemporary fables that play like demonic urban legends.
I think it's Krieger.
Krieger?
Yeah.
Craig. I like calling him like Krieger. Hey, Kriegers. So I like that. So Weapons is now in theaters.
All right.
If you need a good fright.
I think I might need to go see that one.
Also, new on streaming, if you want to just stay at home, is The Pickup, starring Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, and Keke Palmer.
Pete Davidson's still making stuff?
And more importantly, Eddie Murphy is still making stuff. For the pickup, a routine cash pickup takes a wild turn when two mismatched armored truck drivers get ambushed by ruthless criminals. As chaos unfolds around them, the unlikely duo must navigate high-risk danger, clashing personalities, and one very bad day that keeps getting worse.
Interesting. I mean, it sounds like a fun concept.
Not too fun. It has a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, that's rough.
And Jessica Klang of Variety says, Keke Palmer is so naturally funny, giving nothing much to play. One marvels at the thought of what she could have done had the screenplay actually given her some jokes. It's that is now streaming on Prime Video. Couple bad weeks for Prime Video.
Yeah, they've had some pretty bad movies, apparently.
The pickup, very bad. Why would Eddie Murphy come back for this?
Yeah. A weird choice after the news with Donkey.
Yeah, and the week last week they put out War of the Worlds with Ice Cube, which is being called the worst movie ever made.
I mean,
it has a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is up from 0 previously.
4%?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I want to read the one positive review for War of the Worlds.
I
with
might
Ice
need
Cube.
to watch it just to see how bad it truly
to
is.
hate watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so eventually, I don't know if it'll be this weekend, but you're going to see Weapons.
I'm hoping so.
My goal is still, I need to catch up. I need to see Fantastic Four First Steps. And let us know what you watch. 8772 Radio U. That's your weekend watch list. We'll see you at the movies. A driver in Germany has been fined over $1,000, what equates to $1,000, for going 125 miles over the speed limit.
Oh my.
On the Autobahn.
Oh.
8772 Radio U. Bro, what? Have we been lied to our entire lives?
That's what I'm thinking.
Doesn't the Autobahn not have a speed limit?
Apparently, there are areas of the Autobahn that have speed limits.
Well, then
and
that's
this was
not
one
the
of
Autobahn to me.
Right. I'm like, it's a farce. It's a lie.
Yeah.
My whole life is a lie because I've always been told, I've always thought that the Autobahn was like the one road.
I know.
Where you could just not do whatever you want, but just go as fast as you want.
When I was a kid, that sounded like the dream. Like,
it scared me, but okay.
It was like, one day I'm going to grow up and I'm going to move to Germany
so I can
just
drive
as fast as I want before I'd ever driven a car. I was like, why should I have to deal with this speed limit? I'm going to Germany.
It had an appeal to
there's definitely a coolness factor to it, but apparently there is a speed limit on the Autobahn, a speed limit low enough that you can go 125 miles over it.
Yeah, well, it's a speed limit in certain areas because there still are areas of the Autobahn that are considered limitless, like they don't have a speed limit, but it isn't universal across the board, which I'm like, that's so confusing.
Yeah, really.
No wonder this guy got it wrong. And also, like, what they gave him, like the fines and everything they gave him are pretty extreme for a road that has areas with limitless speed, because it's like they not only fined him 900 euros, which is the over $1,000, they stripped him of points from his driver's license, which feels like a Orwellian thing to do. You know, like, what points? What? You have a point system here, Germany?
I think we have that here too, though.
Do we? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then it says he's banned from driving for 3 months.
Whoa! Because he went over the speed limit on a limitless speed
on the
road.
Autobahn.
Yeah.
Again, anyone could probably make this mistake because it's the Autobahn.
Yeah.
I would make this mistake.
That's right. If I went to Germany, I would definitely hop on the Autobahn and start going as fast as I could.
Right.
Even though I will say this, I feel like I was told while the Autobahn has no speed limit, everybody's like, yeah, but when you're on it, like, everybody's just driving normal.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that different.
People aren't going crazy.
I mean, this guy was going basically 200 miles an hour.
Which is, I mean, what car was he driving is what I need to know.
And that means the speed limit was 75 miles an hour.
It was.
Which, like, once you're going over 75, like, what's even the difference anyways?
Well, I think you would start to feel an extreme difference if you're going 200 miles an hour.
If you can go 200 miles an hour on the Autobahn, I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
I mean,
that you even have a car that can accomplish that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, what were you driving? But also, like, how were the cameras able to pick him up? Because it was cameras that...
How did they catch him?
How did they catch
There's no police cars that go that fast, right?
I don't think so.
Maybe they have really fast police cars in Germany because they have to
might
catch
need 'em.
the people that are fast enough to speed on the Autobahn.
Yeah, they might need them if somebody's going this fast. But yeah,
Yeah.
apparently this area of the Autobahn, the limit is 120 kilometers per hour or 74.5 miles per hour. And he was obviously going way over that, so much so that it's a record-breaking break of this limit or whatever.
Wow. I do want to know, and I don't see the information here. I want to know what kind of car it was
Yeah,
driving.
I didn't see that in the article either.
Because
So,
whatever it is, it must be impressive.
I would think so if it's getting up to 200.
It's out of our price range, no doubt.
Definitely
but
out of mine.
I'm just interested to know.
Yeah, we just need to know.
It's a food fight on Radio U.
On the menu today is the all-new Crush Back to the 80s Electric Blue Raspberry Soda.
Nice.
I don't know who came up with Blue Raspberry because I feel like...
It feels like a totally manufactured flavor.
Yeah, I don't think there's real-life blue raspberries, are there?
I don't know.
But
raspberries, red.
right.
So who made blue raspberry?
I don't know, but they were smart because when I was a kid, I loved blue raspberry, so I really want this to be good, but also there's no zero version, so it's only full sugar.
This feels very sugary.
And
just from the smell.
And before I even taste it, I already this bottle has 280 calories.
280?
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
After this, no matter how good this is, I can never drink it again.
No, I can't drink it again. I got to go work out as soon as we're done.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I gotta go do some interval walking.
I'm regretting this decision to do this food fight.
But it does smell good to me.
It's a very strong smell. You go ahead and taste yours, but
Okay.
it's a very strong smell, and the look of it, it's bright electric blue. So it is very in your face with the colors, which I feel like is a pretty accurate representation of the 80s. Maybe that's why they call this back to the 80s, because the colors so bold.
The design on the bottle is really cool too. Like the back
I
to
do
the
like
80s
that.
with like the old
Some of the older fonts.
Yeah. It tastes exactly like when you think of blue raspberry, it kind of tastes exactly like what you're thinking.
Yep.
But it surprisingly, despite it having so many calories, is not as sweet as I really would have expected.
I think the sweetness hits you after. Like it takes a second. And then
I've taken 2 sips. I'm not getting a lot of sweetness, which and in many cases will be fine. But I'm like, if we're doing 280 calories and it's blue raspberry and there's no zero version, just make it sweet. And I don't think it's sweet enough. And I also, now I wish it was a little more sour. Like it's just...
Sour?
Yeah.
You want sour soda?
Raspberry, yeah, I do. I want sour everything. But this, it's just not enough of anything to make me
to be
like
memorable.
super happy.
Yeah. I would agree with that. It's not very memorable, but it certainly it tastes like blue raspberry. It tastes like you would expect blue raspberry to taste. So there's nothing about it that's disappointing or, completely different than what you would think, but it's also just not very remarkable.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yep.
The 80s called, they can have their soda back.
Oh. It's kind of a disappointment because the 80s has so many great things. Including some of the music. I know you don't like the music from the 80s,
I
but
didn't say
I
that.
do.
I never said that.
You
I said
did
the
say
80s
that.
is the worst decade of music.
Well, that's pretty much saying you
But
don't
that
like
doesn't
the
mean
music.
there's not good music. It just means there's less good music that originated in the 80s than in any other decade. And I
just think
stand
you're-
by that.
I just think you're crazy with the take like that.
What is the worst decade for music
I
then?
don't think there is a worst decade,
Yes,
but
there
as far as a
is.
decade like of music that I listen to the least, I'd probably have to go with the aughts.
Is there a best decade of music?
I'd say the 70s.
Okay, if there has a best, there has to be a worst because then we're ranking them. And
I'm not good at picking worst. We already know this with first to worst.
I know, I always win. Well, listen, like I said, I don't hate the 80s. I don't hate the music.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as every other decade
Well, what is
in the
the
last
best
100
decade
years.
for you?
I feel like the 60s is the most like innovative where like music really changed in the 60s.
I think it started in the late 60s
But-
with some innovation, but I think the 70s actually were quite innovative.
But obviously, I think the recent decades and the one we're living through right now, pretty good. We got a lot of good songs.
We do have a lot of good songs.
Yeah, nowadays. The quantity of good music now is so much better.
Okay, yeah. I can
just
get
because
behind
everybody
that.
can just use their computer and just put something out.
Which can also be a bad thing. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.